I believe the problem with vanity is it's too much of a focus on self. I would live in these homes, apartments, etc., that were like void of any beauty, that the walls were like the color of barf. They were disgusting. God began to teach me that beauty was God's idea. Can you see my full dress? Hello. I just wanted you guys to see my dress. Junior's department, Walmart, $20. Go get yourself one. They're like kind of linen-y. Anyways, today's video is all about vanity versus beauty. And I just want to tell you a little bit about my journey of learning to find beauty and cultivate beauty outside of vanity. We all know that scripture that says, charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Well, back in college, God really took me through a season of just teaching me how to let go of vanity and material possessions. It was shortly before I ended up spending 5 years traveling and doing missions and humanitarian work, and just over time, God started convincing me that I had too much stuff, and I also started having a conviction about appearances. It was in a season where my heart was just really raw, and I started realizing just the problem with vanity in our society. And I maybe went to an extreme because I really threw away almost everything I had. Like I used to have so many coats and so many dresses and so many heels and so much jewelry, as well as a lot of other household stuff. And it was just a season of really purging. And I really felt like God was trying to teach me how to live simply. But it was also realizing that our value is not about external things. It's not about the exterior. And so in this particular season, I remember I would just weep when I saw too much of a focus on external things. Like if a church was overly focused on the appearance of their building, for some reason it would just rub me raw and make me emotional. Or I don't know, there were just so many things about our consumer culture here in America, just different things that really, I was just very sensitive in that time. And so it was really a time of stripping and God teaching me how to not have such a focus on external things, on vanity, on consumerism, on just too much stuff, and just to learn how to live life differently. I'm not a minimalist. However, there are a lot of values that I've adopted over time that a simple lifestyle is beautiful. But I also went through this season where I didn't have many possessions and I didn't live in beautiful spaces. Like when I first started traveling and doing mission stuff, I would live in these homes, apartments, etc., that were like void of any beauty, that the walls were like the color of barf. They were disgusting. For several years, my kitchen table was a plastic folding table. All of the furniture we had was from like Goodwill or Salvation Army, and I dressed very simply during that time. I didn't really wear makeup. I didn't do a lot of things, and I feel like God was teaching me some lessons in that season, but over time, I started to miss beauty. And it started to really bother me, which is funny because I was previously in a season where vanity and materialism bothered me. But then I entered into a totally different space where our lives were centered around the good we were doing for society and the service we were doing and around community and fellowship, and they just weren't about appearances. It was about connecting with people, and there were so many values I learned in that, but all of a sudden I started becoming obsessed with beauty wherever I could see it. And I feel like God began to teach me that beauty was God's idea. Like, it's actually good to cultivate beauty and to celebrate beauty, and there's a place for it outside of vanity. I believe the problem with vanity is it's too much of a focus on self. It's that my worth and my value is in my appearance, or the appearance of my home, or the appearance of my life. Like, it's all prideful because it's all about self. But when you get out of that self-centeredness, there's so much beauty to behold that's celebrating the creation of God. And so in the last 4 to 5 years, anytime I see a flower or a tree or a sunset that is beautiful, it's like I pause and I could stare at it endlessly, and I drink in the beauty of what I'm seeing, and I take pictures of every little bitty part in nature because it's celebrating God's creation. And also in that process, I've started to long to have a home again, which, speaking of beauty, I'm in my grandma's home right now, and this is her little front reading sunroom, and I just think it is so adorable. So I wanted to make a video in here. But I started longing to have a home again for the sake of having a home, but also for the sake of decorating and making a space beautiful. I miss decorating. I miss making things beautiful. And I also started to miss like beautifying myself. That may seem weird, but I went through a season where I just was not focusing on external things. And I know God was doing a work in me, but now I'm in a season where it's like, I actually want to focus on my appearance. And it's not for the sake of being vain. It's I believe, especially for women, not to stereotype, it can be guys too, but God created us to make beauty. And so the simple thing of doing your hair, doing makeup, or picking out a pretty outfit, it's like God is a masterpiece maker, and everything he makes is spectacular and beautiful, and we are made in his image, so we are made to make things beautiful as well. So I believe, especially as women and as homemakers, maybe you are a homemaker, or maybe one day you'll be a homemaker, I think beauty is something that is intrinsically placed on the inside of us. So I just wanted to make this quick little video just to encourage you and just share my journey with you. Vanity is not good because it is prideful and it's all self-focused, but there is a place to celebrate beauty because God creates beauty, and we are made in God's image, and we are made to create beauty. So I'm gonna be moving soon. I don't know where to yet. I'm still on the hunt, but it'll be my first time in 5 years owning a bed. It'll be my first time in 10 years having my own space that I'm actually able to like decorate and do different things with. So I'm gonna invite you along on that journey because I love beauty and I have missed beauty. So stay tuned, it'll be exciting, and I just want to share that with you, and I hope you guys have a great day. If you like this video, I just ask you to like and subscribe, and feel free to comment. I'd love to chat with you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful week. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.